As scientists began to use Newton's method and to fully grasp his other scientific insights, the flood of new knowledge they generated was so enormous that a few people dedicated most of their lives simply to collecting and organizing information. To this end, the Frenchman Denis Diderot began to publish the first encyclopedias in the year 1751. These books were an instant success, for by using both words and illustrations, information gleaned from nearly every branch of human knowledge was made easily accessible to the common person. And the political views expressed in these early encyclopedias were to become a major force behind the revolution that would begin here in the streets of Paris at the end of the 18th century. A few decades before the French encyclopedists began publishing the information they had collected, a man from Sweden named Carl Linnaeus had undertaken a task of equal difficulty. Linnaeus sought to develop a method whereby the bewildering array of living things could be separated into distinct groups. In other words, could be classified in a logical and systematic way. It was Linnaeus's hope that if such a system of biological classification could be developed, a much deeper understanding of the relationships between living things, and even of the nature of life itself, might be achieved. To accomplish this goal, he developed a system whereby living creatures were grouped according to their similarities and differences, going from the creature's most generalized characteristics, those defined its kingdom, whether it was an animal or a plant, down through several intermediate categories to its most specific characteristics, those that defined its single unique species. Besides actually developing this system for biological classification, Linnaeus also undertook another enormous task, that of actually assigning scientific genus and species names to over 12,000 different types of living things. The task begun by Linnaeus in the early 1700s still continues, and today over 1,400,000 different species of living things have been named and classified.